What is up, everyone? This is your boy Vlad coming with a stock review video. So it's been a crazy month, crazy month in the stock market. So we have low float mania going on right now. What is up, everyone? Just wanted to make sure volume and audio is up, but I got some good news to announce to you guys. I finally got all my trades verified. So since I restarted my account over again and show you guys all my trades. So this is starting from July, end of July up until now. So they got all my trade documented. So far I am up $4,741.21. If you want to review my past trades, you could certainly do so. If you go to profit.ly, and you could search for trade with Vlad, and you would have it here. This is I guess this is just for this month. Let me take it back from where this started. So July was the start date of it. So here it is. So these are all the trades that I made, my winners, my losers. So definitely check it out. Trying to see if it's not giving me the range. Oh, here it is. It does got it. So yeah, this is my chart, my profit chart. So as you can see, the dips, the aggravations. So yeah, so hopefully just keep parabolicing. I need to see some parabolic action. Alright, so I'm just going to focus more on this week's trade. Since we're doing it this week. So this week was a very good week. I made $1,111.76. Definitely would have been a lot more, but made stupid trades along the way, and etc. So you're a trader if you're watching this, so you probably already know. So first trade, this was just a $5 profit off of TWMC. TWMC, actually bought this on 10/16/2019, and I sold at 10/18/2019 because it wasn't doing nothing. So take a look at it. This is a low float, and they're also reverse stock split. So they had the 1 for 20 here on 8/15, and it had this run up here. Since it had this run up, next day wanted to buy. Should have bought it lower, but it didn't do anything. And actually after I sold, it actually popped to like 340 something. There it is right here. Just one pop. So, but yeah, I got out. No news came out, so didn't want to just sit and hold on that trade, so I got out. So that was one of the trades. SINT, nice trade. And this is when I just realized I need to just sit there and just focus more on my bread and butter instead of trying to force trades. I forced a couple, trying to buy breakouts. I don't play breakouts well, even though it's a good strategy to have, but I don't play them well. Made about over 30 cents on here, or close to 30 cents. Bought for 309 shares. So yeah, SINT. What I saw on this, again, reverse split, and it was doing this curling action. And I actually still have some more shares with my other broker. I bought one with E-Trade and the other one with Trade Zero. So I sold all the one with Trade Zero because I got in on, I want to say on this day here. What was my average? 243. Actually, it was lower, but aftermarket, I ended up buying some in like the 260s aftermarket, thinking we're gonna have another day to shoot up since it was just trending upwards. Didn't see that. Didn't see any significant news or anything news that popped. So next day didn't have no volume. Then on this day, on the 18th, I just decided to sell because I was like, you know what? I'm already up. Let me just lock in profits. Plus my other account, I have some shares there. So, oh yeah. All right. FRN, me trying to buy breakout. And I notice I've been losing on the breakout plays. So, bought this after hour. After seeing it broke past this level, I'm thinking, okay, breakout. We're going to see maybe the 30s. You know, could be a good $500 profit. That's what I was thinking in my mind. We got the gap up the next day. Had a little push. And it got stuffed. So from the bounce, I started, I got out. I got out on the bounce. Took a loss of $70 on this. So, you know, I try to minimize my loss as best as I can. There go my entry, $21.70, and I got out at $20.30. So I try to minimize it as much as I can. And now you're going to start seeing all my trades verified because I got the little check mark. And I just simply mean Profitly went into my brokerage account and verified my trade. They're actually the one who pulled it out. So yeah. BNGO, this was bouncing, and from the bounce, wait, I think this one. Yep, this is me trying to buy it. Try to buy it here, I want to say, right here. Once it broke past this, because I was thinking, this was my thesis, I was thinking like, okay, I know shorts are shorting, risking it off at this level here. Once I saw I had strong volume breakout, I thought it was going to be another squeeze, and shorts were going to start covering. So I went in big. Then I tried to put a sell order at like on this candle here at 270. It got all the way up to 269. Then immediately it did this little drop. So I'm thinking, okay, well, it's a fail break. It's a fail breakout. Again, a failed breakout. Shorts are not covering. So I'm thinking this is about to go down to zero because at the time it's already up. You know, maybe it was already up 100% on the day. So I'm thinking, okay, yeah, this is going to crack and it's going to collapse. So I hurry up, exit out of it. Took a $139 loss. I exit out of this at, see my entry. Okay, I got in at 244 and I exit at 225. 700 shares. So, based upon what I normally risk, this would be considered a big loss for me. I try not to lose more than $90 on a trade. So anytime that I do get past $90 on loss, it does sting a little bit, a little frustrating. But after I had this collapse, so next time, after it does this push, definitely want to wait to see some type of confirmation, because this was real choppy and overcrowded. I shouldn't actually been in the trade because buying, because you do get a lot of fake outs. But as you can see, 68 million shares was traded. So then later on, started grinding back up, then boom. See, that's what I should have waited for. Then I would have been a little bit more profitable on that trade. All right, next item up, because I did overtrade this week. $311 and $311, and this is on a bounce short, and this actually was my starter position. I was trying to add more shares to it, but I couldn't because my computer was acting up during the time of the bounce. So I actually held this overnight and swinged it. But yeah. So yep, I woke up and I seen it here. I'm looking for shares to short for my broker. So once I saw it here, the market having opened, I'm just keep refreshing, and finally, I think after the market opened right around here, I think on this candle, on this candle here, I started going short. I think first position was at like 75, like 175. Then I added on the bounce, I want to say, I added some more here. And the reason why, because I was actually trying to play this all the way up to thinking you may have a spike, and I was just saving some room to add on just in case it spikes to the twos. Because I knew it would have had a ton of resistance over here, but actually a lot of resistance was over here. But yeah, I was hoping like it popped up like to the 230, so I didn't go full position pre-market, just only got 400 shares, and I was gonna add on the pops. So of course it collapsed at first, then it started trending down. Okay, these are the pops that I wanted to add to this pop here. After this, I think I had already played another stock, so I didn't have any more capital to be able to trade. But yeah, I was watching it, and yeah, just the overall really good trade. Next day I covered. I initially had a cover order at 179. 79 cents right around here. But I end up cutting it, like getting a profit. I think let's see here, 83 cents, which was bad exiting on my end because I could have got a lot better. One thing that I do notice with me, I do struggle with my exits, but this was massive. 48% on a trade. That is extremely well. So with that, I did play it, the entry, did play it safe, of getting in, but the exit definitely need improvement. BNGO, I actually tried to short it pre-market as well. NGO, I was able to find shares with my broker. Um, yeah, once I saw that it was just spiking. Wait, it's not the day. It was this day. There it is. Yeah. So once I saw that it was spiking and it was having trouble past this level here, so I'm thinking, okay, this is the end of it because they have a lot of bag holders. This was my train of thought. A lot of bag holders from yesterday, so like, yeah, let me just go ahead and get in it. Made the mistake because as you can see here on the chart, there's not really any area that you could define where bag holders are at. So I actually went full position on this because I was thinking about my last trade with FTFT. Thinking like, wow, only if I had, my full position and I would have rode it like that, then I could have been banking. So greed got to me with this trade, with my mindset of thinking that way. So I went full position right out the gate. But then I started seeing this thing started perking a little bit and just kept holding the VWAP pre-market and it's not collapsing. I'm like, you know what? I'm full position. I don't want this thing to squeeze on me. So I cut it. Lo and behold, it had this pop that would have shook me out. Then it came back down, then market opened, and that's all she wrote. So I did play it safely at the end. Average, because I did scale in first, average of 168 and got out at 176 for an $80 loss. So not bad for what it is. So yeah. NVC. This one reverse split. Pretty much I bought it off its lows. Bought this one off of its lows, NVC, and it was a reverse split. Lows is here, and it had, I think, reported some news on this day. Yeah, it reported news like not the day after. So once I saw that, bought some, then scaled down. I mean, not scaled down, but still added to the position while it was dipping. Then wait for it to pop a little bit, then just got out because I was holding this stock way too long. So I was like, you know what? Let me just get out. So, yep, that's what I did. So 14%. BNGO. I actually played this on the first day that it was running. And with such a small position, 45%, which was really, really well. Really, really good. And I had more capital because I was tied up. I would have banked a little bit more. So in my mind, I know shorts, when they're shorting, they're risking off of this level here, the 289, because I'm a short seller, so I know my mindset. That's the high. The stock initially pushed, and it was so predictable too. Pushed, it came here, it couldn't crack it. So I know once short sellers saw that it couldn't crack this level, in their mind, they're thinking like, okay, we are solid. This is the 5 minutes, so let me show you how it looks in a minute, because that's how I was playing it. Alright, here it is. So this is it here. So it started running, couldn't pass this level. Then you got another double top, and this thing started going down. So in their mind, they're thinking, okay, we are in the money. We are in the money. So it did this little thing. It popped up. Had another fail. But then I started noticing with this, I'm like, okay, this is actually grinding up a little bit. So started seeing this little grind up action right here. So once I saw it, I immediately got in, anticipating the breakout. And sure enough, as soon as it did, you had halt after halt after halt after halt. My plan, I even announced the plan on what I was going to do on Stock Tweet. Find it. And for some reason, I couldn't stick to my plan. Okay, BNGO is gonna keep halting because shorts are covering 60% plus squeeze. I'm selling around 460, and I even caught it before it happened. If BNGO passed pre-market highs of $2.89, expect at least 60% squeeze on the upside. This was at 10:42 a.m. So at 10:42 a.m. that was this was it right here. So it wasn't even on the 42, so it was right around here. It hadn't even done anything, so I already seen it developing. And the way that I know how short sellers are, there's some of them day one, they're very aggressive because keep in mind this thing is already up like maybe 200 or 300% on the day. So when they see it, they're like automatic short, automatic short. So I knew this squeeze was coming, and sure enough, it squeezed it. And I knew 60 plus 60% is typically the squeezing percentage. And plus, when I dig through their filings, they had warrants at I think it was like 469 or something like that. So that's how I knew to say 460 just to, play it safe. But I did not. I got profit happy fingers, so I actually sold at 388 once it unhalted. Overall, still good trade. Again, need to work on my exit. Okay, EXLA. This was breakout play, which, like I said, I suck at. I was buying it here. Seeing the breakout. I actually bought at the top. Go figure that. Show you here. Oh, well, 1 cent above the top. Then exit out the trade shortly afterwards, after it couldn't go any further. So, yeah. SPNV. Another breakout. I think I lost $300 based upon breakouts. SPNV. Thought it was going to do this little breakout here, so I was buying on this thing. It got up. It faked. Took a loss. $73 loss. Bought in at 50 cents. Sold at 48 cents. So you see why I said I'm just going to eliminate breakouts altogether from my plan. Because for me, they're not working. OBLN. OBLN. Reverse split. Bought it a couple days after its lows. Wasn't really doing nothing, so I sold it. Then, of course, towards the end of the day, it pushed up and got to like 190. So I was like, okay, crap. VIVE. This was the biggest blunder that I did, because literally I bought it on this day here. On this day. Show you here. I bought it at $3.29. Oh no, I bought it on this day. $3.29. Then as I saw it started creeping up, I was like, let me just sell, take my profits and run. And literally the next morning, this stock opened up at $9.35. So make my, this would have been at least over 1,000 in profit. So I took $60 profit and left majority on the table. So I didn't even get the bulk of the move. So this was very frustrating to me. Oh, yep. What else? So this is definitely a journey though. IRMN accidentally bought, well, I didn't accident, I bought this stock, but my order didn't get fulfilled. So because it didn't get filled, I was only left with, I think, like 20 or something shares. Let's see here. Only 20 shares got filled. So yeah, so I just sold. The next day, I was like, I'm not taking a loss for this, for 20 shares, because actually, had my order been fulfilled, I could have sold around 356, 60s and 70s. That would have been a great trade, but I couldn't get my order filled, so I missed out on that play. This was a revenge trade because I missed out big on SES. So with SES, as that stock was moving, then even though it was going down that day, I was trying to play this as a sympathy play. SEIE really wasn't doing nothing. So I did this. Wait, did it do 15? Where did I buy that? What day was that? 15th. Oh, I didn't realize that it even gapped up. Huh. Okay. That is strange. Okay, it opened at 15, so not too far from where I bought it. But yep. So indeed, SES was actually gapping down, so this was not a sympathy play. So I ended up losing $85 on that trade. PSTV, this was very frustrating. Had a profit on this, but PSTV, I wasn't quick enough to execute my trade order. So yeah, I wasn't quick enough, so I ended up losing on this. Sometimes I am not as quick as I should be. This was another frustrating one. IPWR. Just look at the dates that I buy these. I bought it off its lows at $1.93. Saw that I was up, so I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and just secure the profit. I've been holding this for a couple of days, so let me just walk away with my profit. So yeah, up 14% with only 200 shares. Then of course, after selling, same day. What day was that? That's the 14th. So 14th on the calendar. Same day, it got all the way up to 351. So, again, my exit order. Definitely got to work on that. I think the last trade is SES. That one was very, very, very speculative. I bought it over the weekend. So I bought this over the weekend. The crazy thing about it, I bought it way cheaper before and sold way too soon. So I saw that this was gapping up. So I bought it right here on this little collapse at 770. Then the following Monday, I wake up to see this thing at $9. So I was super stoked. So I started scaling out. So with 400 shares, this was only a 21% trade. Made $660. So definitely not bad. So yeah, this was my trades for this week. Have any questions about any of these trades, feel free to leave a comment. Leave a comment, and that way I could, answer it. So overall, it's been a very good month since I restarted again. So we're looking to see. So next level is 5,000. Be up 5,000 in trade. All right. Question on MLNT FDA review date 10/24/2019 earnings. What are your thoughts on this bio? Let me take a look. MLNT. All right. The first thing first, I always look at the filings to see what's going on. So I'm on BAMSec.com. I'll just take a look at their filings real quick to see what is what. Normally I'll look at the most recent 10Q. And the number one thing that I want to know is, okay, what is going on with them? All right. So I can see here NASDAQ Global Market. Then this is Listing Center, because it looks like they did a reverse split before too, back in February. So I want to see if they're still deficient. Looks like they are not deficient anymore. All right. Second thing I want to do is get a float count. So I'll just add them to my watch list real quick. Where did they go? MLNT. Were they added or no? Okay, there they go. All right, float count. Not float count, but share count is 13 million. So for me, it is, relatively a little bit higher than what I like to play. With FDA review, if it gets approved on the 24th, I would actually just wait to after the news break because I see with FDAs trying to play them early. If you're right, I mean, yes, you would you'll make big bucks if you're right, but if you're wrong, I mean, I've seen FDA approvals, like based upon, I guess, the wording of it, like gap down huge. So I would wait first to see how it is, get up early on that day, wait to see the news come out, and as soon as this news come out and you start seeing some action, then I would actually just buy it at that point in time. The same thing with earnings. So if they have good earnings, I'll wait till the earnings news break first, and based upon the reaction of how the ticker reacts to it, then I would buy. If it's positive, yeah, by all means, just jump right in it. If I was playing it, that's what I would do. Yeah. So, a couple stocks that I'm watching this week. AVGR. I actually went big on this one. So I'm up a little bit. I bought it right at the market close, holding it over the weekend. Because I believe. Did they just announce news? Was this? Oh, okay. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, they announced news today. Oh man, this might run, guys. Oh, never mind. Never mind. False alarm. Okay, that's the 9th. I'm thinking it said the 19th. Sorry about that. I was getting happy for no reason. Okay, yeah. If they announce news over the weekend, preferably on Monday morning, I could see AVGR. The way that these tickers been doing, FTFT, if they just announce that they're now in compliance with NASDAQ, because this is what FTFT did. What day was this? This was on the 16th. Yeah, this is just the PR that they did, and I didn't even read through it. A company, blah blah blah. There it is. Regain compliance with NASDAQ periodic filing requirement. Like, this was just like such of a fluffy news, and next thing you know, this stock was trading at the day before at 74 cents, and it got all the way up to $2. And FTFT share count is, let's see, and their share count is 32, which is considerably high. With AVGR of 10 million, and I think it's doing the same pattern. AVGR is doing the same pattern as what was the other play? ATIS. ATIS. This was trading below $1, so I think they announced something about being in compliance as well too. Yeah, something. Yeah, they got it over $1. Their bid price over $1, and announced news about it. Then you have this big run up because this is a low float. It's low float mania. So I believe all they would have to do just say something about their compliance, because I think they already gained back their compliance. And this would run up to. I'm not trying to be here for the gap fill, so I'm gonna watch pre-market on Monday, because if this just goes up 50 cents, that's a $1,000 profit for me. but hopefully I see it in the $2 like how all these other ones are, or even more. But not planning on sticking around long. I do get, profit trigger happy. Right now I'm up a little bit. My average on it is $11.11 after market has started moving, and it's at $1.19 right now. So I'm up 8 cents a share. So that's about what, $160 so far. So yeah. So we will see what would happen next week. Another stock that I am in is SINT. I rebought with my other account at 269. That's my average. And I'm still holding on to APEX. Only have 900 shares on this, so I'm actually going to try to repurchase some next week, because this is due for a run someday. As soon as they could release some type of press release, they've been doing a good job as far as keeping it above $1 and closing above $1. So I think they met the bid requirements because it's been more than 10 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, already 10 days. So I think they got approved for it, because if they didn't get approved, you would have got some type of letter from NASDAQ saying that, yeah, they're not approved. So we're just waiting to see with that one. What else am I a part of? TRNX. I did buy this. I didn't read the news. I just saw everybody jumping on board, and I was like, "Yep, let me just go ahead and do it too." I saw sales. Yeah, it was crazy. Like when this was happening. ADMP FDA review date. They draw a better pick. Let me take a look. ADMP. Okay. FDA review date 10/31. Let's see what the share count is like for this one. ADMP. Share count 61 million. ADMP. Let's see, are they deficient? ADMP. All right, here we go. They just received a notice. So this one actually might be a very good one to keep on the watch list. ADMP, so I'm just going to keep it there. So they did receive the NASDAQ deficient list. Let's see, what capital are they a part of? Okay, NASDAQ Capital. All right. So, let's see here. Let's see if there's anything on. Yeah, I would say this one is definitely a good one to watch. It was traded on OTC before. So this is very interesting. I believe that if they were on OTC before, I believe that they would try to do really sketchy stuff to be able to still be listed on the NASDAQ. Notice of failure. I see two of them. Okay, so accordion. Okay, so they have all the way up into April 20th. So this is gonna be a ways away. I don't see them doing anything anytime soon as far as to get in compliance. But then again, it still could run if it does get really good review on FDA. Biotech stocks with low float, those are monster gains. So I'll just definitely keep an eye on this, but I don't think they're gonna do anything anytime soon to try to manipulate this, since they have that much time, all the way to April 8th. But yeah, definitely a good week, guys. Trying to keep it up. Next, like I said, next profit target for me would be 5,000. So far, I think my count is now above. Yes, above 7,000 now. Okay. Let's get my calculator out. Oh, well, close to 7,000. It's $6,841.21. Start off with 2,100, and this is where I'm at now. So, yep. But yeah, next profit target 5,000. And after that, 10,000. But overall goal is to get out of the PDT. I want to try to get that accomplished before the year's out. So I definitely got to eliminate the bad trades from, trying to buy breakouts, because like I said, I suck at that. And just stick to what's working, because right now what I see is working for me is playing the reverse split. So reverse split and shorting here and there. So just sticking to what I know, eliminating all the other noise out. But I'm about to sign off. I was actually intending this video to be like 10 minutes, and I know I went well over that. Wow, look at 47 minutes. But yeah, this is Vlad signing off. Hopefully this helped you guys. Any questions, like I said, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll certainly answer it. All right, happy trading. Let's rock it out on Monday. Peace.